Well, it's Corby Radio Saturday afternoon. It's live and local, and we haven't had any live yet, but we have now because well, welcome to Corby Radio, Paul Strummer. Good afternoon, Paul. How are you? I'll put your mic on.
Thanks for having me here.
I can hear you now.
All right, brilliant.
I thought I'd gone deaf for a minute. Well, where are you from, Paul?
I'm from Wellingborough. Born and bred there. I moved over to Birmingham and lived there for a bit, and then moved down to London for a bit. But for the last 15 years, I've been back in Wellingborough.
Back home again in the county, so you're right, county lad. And well, welcome to Corby Radio. I actually work in Wellingborough in my full-time job, so very familiar with Wellingborough. I've got to say, there every day. And so, musically, what are your influences?
I'd say anything from Buddy Holly up to Emily Sandé. I mean, in the 80s, I was probably listening more to bands like Queen. In terms of my music, I'd say it's quite similar to old style music like Leo Sayers' first album, Tom Waits' music. But with the latest album that I've got, I'm trying to put in new genres of music as well, like rap and sort of trance, dance music as well.
Wow,
all done acoustically though.
What I call, my show's called the Eclectic Mix, so you actually perform an eclectic mix of music.
Right, solo acoustically, yeah. So I mean, generally I'd just say pop. Well, you've got. We'll talk shortly about your two. We've got two CDs in front of me here. One was released in 2011, you say, and the other one is brand new. That's right.
And you're going to tell us about that today. But before we do that, let's have a bit of music for you. What song are you going to play for us first?
Okay, I'll play a song from the new album. I mentioned the rap song, so I'll try and do the rap song. It's the most difficult one I do, so I'll get that out of the way first. So, okay,
when you're ready.
About staying alive, waiting for the time when the zombies arise. Before my very eyes I'm getting cannibalized. Hope they leave enough for my undead reprise. Oh yeah, I worry all the time. I can't help but worry. I worry all the time. I worry as I stand in line, waiting for a proper job that will never arrive. I am not to blame, I am not work shy. Have you ever wondered why all the jobs are part-time? Oh yeah, I worry all the time. I can't help but worry. I worry all the time. I worry that the end is nigh. A massive asteroid is about to collide. Let's escape on a rocket in order to survive, but the rich folk on it won't give me a ride. Oh yeah, I worry all the time. I can't help but worry. I worry all the time. I think I better take a deep breath and count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm worried that I don't feel fine. There's a mole on my side which I hope is benign. Anxiety and stress sure affect the sex drive, but ask if I'm alright, and yeah, I'll smile, but yeah, I worry all the time. I can't help but worry. I worry all the time. I worry about the social divide and death and credit lines turning people to crime. They once were very nice and now they're Jekyll and Hyde, victims of an economy in decline. Oh yeah, I worry all the time. But most of all, I worry about staying alive, waiting for the time when the zombies arise. Before my very eyes I'm getting cannibalized. Hope they leave enough for my undead reprise. Oh yeah, I worry all the time. I I worry all the time. I worry.
There you go, live in the studio on Live and Local. That was Paul Strummer from Wellingborough. Thanks very much, Paul. We'll come back to you in just a couple of minutes' time. And good song there. Enjoy that. Good song to see. And we'll be chatting to him again. We'll be talking about his new CD as well. We're going to welcome back to the studio Paul Strummer. He's all the way from Wellingborough today. He's coming to play us some live music. And of course, you've got 2 albums here, Paul. You're going to tell us a bit about them.
That's right, the first album that came out at the end of 2011, that was my debut album, 12 songs, and it's taken me over a year and a half to get the second album out, which is what they call the difficult second album, but the second album's finally out this month, and that's got another 12 songs on. With the new album, I'm trying to mix up the genres a bit more than on the first album, so you've got the rap, the trance dance, you've got almost like Johnny Cash blues in there. You've got slow finger pick songs, as well as some other acoustic style songs. So if someone's sitting at home listening to this now, it's all original material, not covers. That's right, yeah.
So it's all your own songs.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to give us another song right now? What song are you going to do for us?
I'll do another song from the new album. This one's called The Moon Is Awfully Bright. You mentioned about influences. One of my influences is Midge Ure, who came to the Castle Wellingborough a few years ago. Mm-hmm. He was doing an acoustic show, and that made me really want to get into it as well. And he didn't just do his own songs, he also did David Bowie songs. And he did The Man Who Sold the World from David Bowie, and that song's actually based on a short story, science fiction short story. So this song is based on a short story as well from Larry Niven called Inconstant Moon, and it was made into a Outer Limits episode as well, but I won't give the story away, I'll just play the song.
Okay.
Walking home at midnight like the many times before. I'm holding tight the hand of the lover I adore. Moonlight shining in her face just makes me want her more. On this cold and starry night, the moon is awfully bright, and it's showing us the light, saying this is our last night. The grass was always greener on the other side of the world, and now it's getting hotter on the other side of the world. The sun is shining brighter on this slow rotating world. On this cold and starry night, the moon is awfully bright, and it's showing us the light, saying this is our last night. And loving turns to fright as we say our last goodbyes. Suddenly we've lost all touch from the other side of the world. Virtually, socially, the network's down catastrophe, and I can't see a way that we can take in the reality that on this cold and starry night, the moon is awfully bright, and it's showing us the light, saying this is our last night. And loving turns to fright as we say our last goodbyes. out your whole life like this is your last night, and hold your loved ones tight. When the moon is awfully bright.
Corby Radio 96.3, the voice of Corby. It's live and local. You're listening to Pat McMahon. They're live in the studio. It's Paul Strummer from Wellingborough. Paul, thank you very much for that. Another nice song. I've got to say, I really enjoyed that as well.
Thanks.
And I do like that sound you've got there, and you know, the guitar playing, fantastic. And we've heard some good artists in here over the years, and that was excellent, lovely. And it's always a real privilege to sit in this seat and get a personal performance of the artists that come in. It's a real treat. Now, you've got 2 albums here. If people want to get hold of these, how do they get a copy of the album?
Well, I usually bring them along to open mic nights that I go to, and some of the acoustic events that I'm going to. Probably the best thing to do is do a search for Paul Strummer on the net. You'll find my website, or find me on Facebook, and you'll find out what events I'm going to. I'll be at the Tollmarsh Arms next Saturday. They've got a beer festival and a music festival. I'll be there on the Saturday. That's in Harrington. So I mean that's my next major gig. But if people want to listen to the music, it's all freely available on the website, so they can just listen online for free anyway.
Fantastic. I've got to say, Harrington is a small village just next to Rothwell off the A14, and the Tollmarsh Arms, lovely old pub there.
It is, it's lovely.
It's a beautiful, beautiful little village. So, any other gigs coming up at the moment?
There's a charity gig in Royston on the 31st on the Saturday. That's at the Welcome Inn. But mainly, I don't get out that often. It's mainly going to local open mic acoustic nights, and the regular ones that I go to are the Horseshoe in Wellingborough on the Wednesday night, run by Rob Matheson. There's a Welcome Inn in Royston that's run on the Monday night by David Peters, and I get involved with some of the Wildfire Sessions open mics, and also Hannah Faulkner's open mics sometimes too.
Well, hopefully we can see you sometime in Corby soon at one of the gigs, and then Stevie will keep us in touch with that, so we can let people know here on Corby Radio where you're playing, and I'll try and get along as well and have a listen myself. But for now, before I say goodbye and thank you, let's hear another song. Okay then, I'll do another song from the new album, just to give you an idea of the different styles on the album as well. This is a bit more upbeat than the last one, and it goes out to anyone who's into their talent shows on TV. If you like the X Factor, if you like Britain's Got Talent, that kind of thing, you might like this. You're really on the money when you turn and call me honey. You made that one your own, singing that also cover song. What would we do without those shows? All those TV talent shows. Oh no, oh no. Let's form a new democracy where everybody has their say. As long as it is me they pay, a vote is never free. Can't you see? What would we do without those shows? All those TV talent shows. The lines are closing, so get all your votes in. Don't you know that the lines are closing, so get all your votes in. Ka-ching. Let's pick on all the freaky ones. It's what the TV ratings want. Throw Christians to the lions. It's what the public wants. There's no such thing as bad PR. We'll manufacture each for a car and headline in the Daily Star, advertising for free. Can't you see? What
would we do without those shows? All those TV talent shows. The lines are closing, so get all your votes in. Don't you know that the lines are closing, so get all your votes in. Ka-ching. I'll build you up, my buttercup. You'll feel like you will never stop, but make me frown. I'll crush you down. The only winner is me, 'cause you're really on the money when you turn and call me honey. You made that one your own, singing that oh so covered song. What would we do without those shows? All those TV talent shows. What would we do without those shows? All those karaoke. Oh, what a joke to me. You'll get no vote from me. Shows. Talent shows.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, there you go, boys and girls at home. That is Paul Strummer from Wellingborough, and I've got to say, Paul, really enjoyed that session from you today.
Thanks.
And fingers crossed, I'm going to see you back here in Corby very soon. And come back to Corby Radio whenever you like. I'm sure Andy would like to meet you as well. And shame you missed him today; he's on holiday. But we'll catch up with you soon. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Pat.
Thanks.